Hello, Lilac. Welcome. How's it going? Yeah, we are. I haven't seen it yet. And you know what? I figured, man, I gotta rush out a video this morning. I gotta watch the teaser and the demo. And I was just like, I don't really feel like putting that pressure on myself. So I figured, why not stream it? And then whatever happens during stream, that's the video, right? Just got the notification, also had to leave for work last year. No worries, Mui. You do you. Thanks for being here, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this all the time. We'll see. Maybe I'm going to eat my own words, but I figured, I'll give it a shot. You know, I haven't really done anything like this. I haven't really done live reactions, really. But what could it hurt? I also have a plan for after, if there's more time. So, there's more Genshin Impact related things happening after this reaction. But we're gonna wait a couple minutes, see if people funnel in. I think I should make a little video and throw it up on YouTube. Shenhe story quest when? There's quite some time before that. I could show you. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will show you. Let me just, figure out something real quick. I am going to reveal to you guys what I am working with, how I keep track of what I'm doing. Some of you may be aware, but I know that there are people who are not. One second, I'm not looking at chat at the moment. Okay. Let's see. Alright. So, there's a lovely mod in here. I don't know if they're here right now, but also in my Discord. Saint is awesome because Saint made me a checklist of a lot of the Genshin stuff, at least leading up to Fontaine at this point in time. And it keeps me on track of when Archon quests were, when story quests take place, when events are released, when world quests take place. So for the most part, have been playing Genshin in chronological order. So I plan on reacting to all the events and doing all the story quests as they would have popped up as you play through Genshin for the very first time. That's kind of my thing. That's the order I've been going in. And there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's more stuff that's, like, not in there. But it's, like, the meat and potatoes of, like, what I need to do in order to understand the characters and get the lore. And some neat other things in there, too. So I'm going to actually show you my checklist. So you guys can actually see where I currently am in the game as of right now. Okay. I think you could see that. Oh, I'm covering it with myself. I'm gonna have to, let me do something about that. Hold on. I'm gonna move myself. Actually, I'm just gonna turn off my camera for a second. You're on mobile? I'm sorry. If that's hard to see. You may have to watch the VOD later to get a better look. But I'm gonna narrate some things. I'm gonna talk it out. So, as you can see, there's things that are all checked off. This is what I've done, right, in the order that they pop in. In the beginning, it's relatively easy because these quests make it so you can't really continue unless if you do them. These early story quests. Have a midsummer day finish. Welcome to the stream. So, as you can see, version 1, you know, I've done all of this, and oh wait, yeah, so Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and then around this time, after Razor and Diluc's thing, I did Time and Wind, so on and so forth. We then get to Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and after Chapter 2, there's these story quests. So, I just uploaded my Chapter 2, Act 2. I meant to say Act 2, not Chapter 2. My apologies. As you can see, I uploaded my Chapter 1, Act 2, my edited version, the other day. So this is where you guys are. This is what you're seeing right now. But I have all of this done. So, the next things to happen are Klee and Jean. The next video is Klee and Jean. And then there's a Venti video. And then there's going to be another video focusing on... I think out of these world quests, I'm going to have the Chi of Yore in a video. Because that takes up the most time. The other stuff is kind of like little stuff. And probably just going to stay for members right now. So the next videos are Klee and Jean, Venti, and then the Chi of Yore. And then you'll get to see Act 3. Act 3 might be split up into like 2 videos because it took me 5 to 6 hours to do this. And then I did Mona's story quest. I reacted to the Unreconciled Stars event. I did the Tartaglia story quest, which is what my members got to see yesterday. I uploaded this yesterday. So you will all eventually get to see this as well. And then I did Zhongli's first story quest, Albedo's story quest, and I also explored and did I pretty much did everything in Dragonspine. So that's going to be a series in of itself. Now I have to react to the Chalk Prince and the Dragon. That's the next thing I have to do. It's been over a week since I've had to do this. I've kind of taken a little break, but when I jump back into playing and doing things in Genshin, I'm going to react to this video. And as you can see, I have different versions. I could choose English Aether or Lumine. I could choose Japanese Aether or Lumine. Some are more recommended more than the others. I'm going to try to stick to English Aether for the most part because that's what I'm playing as in my game. But there will be ones in the future where I might have to do like the Japanese version or something. But we'll see. That's kind of what it is. And this goes all the way to Fontaine. All the way up to the 5th act of the 4th chapter. So, yeah. Saint killed it making this. This is huge. Yeah, Saint's a beast. And this is just like their hobby. So yeah, let me put myself back on camera. That's what that is. That's the current list that I'm going with. So trust me, I'm gonna get to everything. It's just gonna take a while. I'm doing my best. There have been a couple issues for me because I am over-leveled right now. Significantly. I think I'm rank 45 or something. Like, I could do the next Ascension quest, and I haven't done it because I know Inazuma's gonna be a bitch. And my team is not well suited up with artifacts that they need as of yet. So, because I'm such a high level and I was doing the Leeway stuff, I was getting interrupted by some story quests. Because they're like, oh, this NPC is not here, it's somewhere else. And they can't do copies of NPCs for some reason. So, you guys didn't really see it, but the Xingqiu story quest and Archon Act 2 were continuously, like, back and forth with each other. I had to jump back and forth between those two things. And it was a pain in the ass. You'll notice that my sweater changes. It's multiple days. So it was a thing. Members got to see the mess. You guys got the more streamlined version, like I usually say. Yeah. Yeah. It's nuts, but it's been fun. Sweater tier list next. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. I think, what tier is the Christmas sweater? The classic ugly Christmas sweater. Let's see. 100 out of 10? Hell yeah. Alright. You're a Christmas baby? Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Let's see. I should probably make a little video ad saying that I'm live. I should probably do that, but I'm so lazy right now. I just woke up. I woke up like... Well, I actually woke up like an hour ago, but that's not the point. The point is I haven't done anything, so I'm still a sleepy little guy. Well, hoodies over sweater. Yeah, sorry, I say sweaters for everything. But yeah, I do prefer hoodies over sweaters too. Even though, okay, so I have one hoodie and I have one hooded sweater. That's all I got. I got two zip. I have two zip up hoodies. I just can't really wear one of them because it messes with the green screen. So, it's a shame. But yeah, with the zippers, I feel like I can control my temperature a lot more. Man, is this what you guys wanted? You wanted sweater talk? You wanted hoodie talk? Alright. Hello, just got the notif. I hope everything is doing well. Hi, Zara. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I just woke up not too long ago. Figured I'm going to stream some reaction stuff and then mess with some other Genshin stuff afterwards if I have time. But we're just chilling right now, waiting for people to get the notification like yourself. And I think I'm gonna do a little video thing. I'm gonna try to. So I'm gonna record myself real quick, and I'm just gonna say a thing. So, you know, ignore me, or say hi YouTube or whatever. Let's see if this works. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the stream, because the last time I hit the record button did things, there was huge lag problems, but we'll see. Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's I, TheRoschi, streaming again. I am doing a live reaction for the very first time, watching Sigewinne's character teaser and character demo, and maybe some other little fun things afterwards. So if you see this, come to my Twitch channel. Description has my link. You click that and you find it and you go there and it's great. If you miss out, don't worry about it. There will be a VOD later on my VOD channel. There will be a link to that as well somewhere. Look around. You'll find it. Anyway, hope to see you there. Take care of yourself. And, yeah, that's it. Okay. Bye. All right. God, that was scuffed. Alright, now I have to upload that. Opinions on Emily's design? You know, I'll take a closer look at that in a second. Let me just upload this to YouTube first, and maybe we'll take a look at that. Honestly, initial impressions, meh. I don't really care for it. It's not bad. It looks good, but she's like, I think if I had to place her on my character tier list, she would probably be like mid-tier. She'd probably be in like C. She seems like a slightly fancier NPC. That's just, yeah. I don't know. As of right now, without looking at it deeper, just my first impression is that. Okay. Yes, I am not recording anymore, by the way, guys. Green Eula, kinda? Yeah. I've seen people compare her to, like a Kaveh in, like, Lisa's Sumeru outfit. And I'm like, I can see it. She's like a Kaveh, Lisa, Eula fusion of sorts. We just yapping. We just yapping for now. Hi, Viridian. Hello, yeah, we just yapping in here. For now. There's gonna be stuff coming. Sorry, Chad, I'm not looking at you at the moment. I'm on my analytics screen because I'm gonna submit a video. Let me see. You know, just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Okay, that's the one right there. Let me see. Upload videos. There we go. God, how do you spell Sigewinne? Nope, that's not how you spell it. What the heck? Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. No, this is not made for kids. I'm just filling out the stuff real quick. Alright. Alright. And... almost done. All right. Next. Public. Publish. Hell yeah. All right, we're in business. Let me switch back in. Okay. All right. Now let me look up. Emily's Genshin stuff. Okay, and then I'll move this out of the way so I can actually see chat again. Hi! You guys are still there. That's great. Yeah. What? Get out of here. Okay. She has a Ganyu style boob sock and then like flaps of white cloth resting on top. Yeah, she has like a... She does have the Ganyu boob sock, which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. And then she does have the napkins, which is a lot less than the Shenhe napkin. Her tiny hat is kind of weird. She's a forensic cleaner and a perfume maker or something. Interesting combination. Yeah, that is. So I'm just catching up in chat too. Oh, her tiny hat does look like a paper plate. It does kind of look like that. She does have a lot of layers of clothes. Kind of want to cosplay like gaming or Chongyun someday. Might say Tanari, but even though I love his design is kind of an eyesore, I wouldn't want to wear. Yeah, me cosplay could be cool actually, mostly because I want his jacket. Yeah, I could see that. Second Dendro character with glasses and reddish eyes. Coincidence? I think yes. I mean, maybe. Okay, let me take a look myself over here. Once again, like many characters in Genshin Impact, suffering from the sleeve, the non-connecting sleeve thing. This isn't terrible because it does look tighter here, so there could be some like elastic stuff going on for all we know. But it looks like, I don't really know what that is. Like the design goes from cloth to like the mesh thing, and then it's just kind of part of the fabric. Like I don't know, but like no more mesh. I don't know how that stays. It looks like she literally kind of just tapes her sleeves onto her, like, like just under her shoulder. And then she's got this frill thing. I'd probably have to look at the... I mean, not that I would have to, because I'm just judging from this angle how they're presenting her. I wonder if the back is connected to anything at all, or does it just go over her head and it just like drapes there? Because of this, that makes me question. And if it just drapes, that feels kind of weird. I would like it to actually be connected to something. Otherwise, it's a weird mismatch of she puts something over, and then she puts like a mesh like top over that, like tank top almost, and this is like the strap for it. But then she reaches for the shirt underneath and pulls elements out of it to essentially just cover up her chest, and then she ties a bow on top of that. It's like weird layering. There's weird layering here. Because this definitely continues underneath, because you can see that there. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can, I think. Hi, Cat. How's it going? She's being a leprechaun, she is. Pulls elements out, you mean her titties. I meant the shirt that's covering her titties. She's covering the nips. How you doing, Kat? Are you still studying for exams, as always? See, she has this corset thing. I don't know what this is about. I don't know where they go. These dangles. She's got some stuff dangling with... I don't know what that's tied to. Is it the back of this? It looks like it goes up higher. Like it would go almost to like part of the ribbon that's around her neck almost. I can't guarantee that, obviously, but... I wonder what they connect to. Her gloves are a little strange. They're not terrible because it's weird. It's weird having like half real glove, half mesh glove. And having the mesh part be the palm. Crucifix. Oh my god. You're in the library? Well, try not to do that. If you can help it. Like, you know, the whole ending your library experience in a traumatic way. Let's see. I like the sparkles on the dress, that's fine. I don't mind that. I also don't mind that it's kind of like a side split thing and it's sort of like flowy. I don't mind that either. Like, yeah, it's okay. I think it's fine. It's just that the top part gets confusing and there's some weird stuff happening in the back that I don't know where it goes. But her hat could be better. She has a handkerchief coming out of it for some reason. Sure. I'd much just prefer a better hat than just another thing draping for the sake of draping. With more things dangling off of it. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I know that they can't help it, but because they do it with like almost every character, they need to stop the dangles. I don't like the little dangles. I'm getting a little tired of like the nonsensical dangles. I get it. It's like, yay, fantasy, and it's like spiffy, and it's like so intricate, but like this actually these never make sense to me. Like let's figure out a different thing to try out. Just a little bit. Yeah, she does. She has this thing. Okay, Kat. Good luck with your studies. Try not to do the seppuku. You want to try Sudoku first. The sleeves, these curled up sleeves are okay. I kind of like how they're sort of tied right here and they flare out, but at the same time, I think it's a little too on the nose. Like, leaves, dendro. Like, I feel like this could have been a little different because it does give her like a weird leprechaun vibe. Having anything flare up like this, it does seem kind of like, I keep thinking of like the twist up toe boots, you know? And or like a clown or jester outfit would have something like this. And I don't think that's the kind of feeling that they want us to have with this character. I don't think she's supposed to be a fool, you know? So, yeah. Well, the dangles have a practical purpose. You see a character from the back, so it makes them more visually interesting. They give them flowing elements on their outfits. Yeah, that's not practicality. That's just visuals, I would say. And I think there are more interesting ways to make your characters visually appealing. I think too many characters have the dangles. At this point in time, I'm tired of the dangles. I don't mind, like, you know, just having this the same swoosh bounce effect as every other character has with the dangles and the things flowing behind them. Sure, let's just do it again. It's different this time because it's green. Like, you know, like I don't really care for it. I feel like they could do something else. A character's silhouette is very important, so I could see why they would have stuff like this. But I just feel like, and I wish I knew off the top of my head a way to improve upon it. But I just feel like it's a little too repetitive right now. I think there's a different way. Yeah, some characters have like these side like drapes or something, or the streamers or whatever, but whatever happened to is just a straight up cloak. Just like a normal cloak. And make that fancy. Maybe that's not as appealing to look at because you lose some of the character's form from the back. But I don't know, it'd be different. What if it was a translucent cloak thing? Or had elements of translucency, so it's swaying and you kind of see parts of the character and not because some of it's like legit fabric. And like, I don't know. I just feel like there are ways to get around it instead of repeating the same, like, oh, this character also has streamers. That's all. It's not a deal breaker. I wish there was something else. I do find this a little, like, it's not bad, but I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like this is just straight up underwear, but I'm like okay with outfits like Ganyu's, which has something very similar, so it's not like a big deal. It just feels weird that the dress gets cut up all the way up to her midsection. Like, this is the top of her hip right here. Like, I don't know. Like, the dress, like, it goes all the way. I don't know. It's fine. It's weird. It's like, it looks like a conservative dress, but it's definitely not because it cuts all the way up. So it has like a strange feeling to it for me. It's like, it almost has a vibe of Raiden Shogun a little bit, because I talked about how Raiden Shogun is made to be like, this character is very legit, like, to the point, serious, but let's make her kimono sexy. Before even knowing her, I just have like this feeling of more of like a conservative, like old school traditional feel about her. So, Sassmith, welcome. Her shoes are bothering you more than the dangles? Oh, I can't even see her shoes on this page. Let me see if there's a... I can't. Why can't I escape? Okay, hold on. Ah, it's because I didn't take the whole Google search with me. That's why. Shoes! Oh, it's TikTok. I don't want TikTok. Get out of here. I hate TikTok. Toyo Lab? There we go. Her shoes? Oh, is it the bows? The bows that are coming straight off of her skin, essentially? Unless if there's a tab of shoe directly above for some reason. Like, the shoes aren't bad. The heels aren't bad. But then they have weird bows. They could do something else instead of the bows. Or they could just make the shoe go up higher. And then have the bow. Yeah. Yeah, it's not terrible. Like, you're not really gonna notice it too much, I don't think. But it is weird, at least from this angle. There could be something different in her in-game design versus what we see here, because as we've talked about, there are characters who have better illustrations than their in-game design, like Diluc, and there's some characters that have a better in-game design than their illustrations, like Tighnari. So maybe it's one of those. Maybe it'll make more sense in-game, because maybe they'll be a little, like, I don't know, a little bigger or something. Like, it might look like it connects, or maybe the bows will be smaller or something. Yeah, not everything gets translated 100%, so we'll see. We'll see, I guess. Just attach bows to anklets. Yeah, exactly. That's true. If they just had a band, like a little band, even if it was like a little metal like ring around her ankle or something, then it's like, okay, bows explained. They literally have to draw a line from here around. Like just like a dark green line, like around, and then it's like, you'd say it's a ribbon. There's ribbon wrapped around her ankles, and then voila, finished. That's all they have to do. Will they do it? Who knows? You can't see the cursor, by the way. That's all right. You know what I'm talking about. Imagine a green line from one side of her ankle to the other, as if you took a string or a ribbon and just put it around your ankle so it connects to the back. They just have to literally color it onto her skin to make it there. It's a 2-second fix. I mean, it doesn't. They don't have to go in with like another 3D model of something and to like clip something on. They just have to color. So that's all. That's that. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. She's all right in my opinion. A little mid. Could have been a lot better. There's like, it's not terrible, but there's a lot of small details that are like, eh. But then again, a lot of Genshin characters suffer from that, where it's like the longer you look at them, the less sense they start to make. You feel like those bows would have been too heavy for a thin ribbon? They drag down and just kind of hang off the back? Depends on how tight they make it. You can make it tighter where it doesn't. It just cuts off circulation, and who cares? It's a fantasy character. You know what I mean? At the same time, we could sit here and argue that, you know, the majority of the girl characters don't have sleeves that connect. That's bullshit. That doesn't work. They would slide down over time. But we're going to ignore it for the most part because it's fantasy. There's also, like, a lot of characters just have metal attached to their dresses, fabric, and hair. Like Mona has 2 large metal clamps. And you can argue that, oh, it's light metal. Doesn't matter, that would still weigh you down and wouldn't be able to flow the way it does. So, you know, at least give me something. It would be nice if I had something that I could at least make an excuse for. Be like, oh, well, at least they tried to make it look like it's not weight dependent. We can't go with that excuse. They're like, oh, I don't think it would work because the ribbon would be too heavy. Oh, so the metal clipped to their hair isn't. So, you know what I mean? That's all. We just can't do that excuse. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we all do. I'm complaining about it right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, Noelle and Ayaka are messed up because they literally just painted their chest with like of their model with like this thing that moves around. They gave it physics. They gave it jiggle physics, which metal doesn't work that way. Once again, I don't want to get mad at it, but it's like, I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if we didn't just copy and paste the model and then like do like a little bit of a recolor and like or just like remove the physics from it, you know? Like they could do something. Yeah. Yeah. Noelle has an armored chest plate that fits her chest. It's not like what a normal accurate chest plate would, because fantasy and anime style and all that stuff. So it has to be form fitting. We gotta show the breasticles, right? However, they still gave her breasticles the jiggle physics. So even though there's metal plating over it that's tight to her form, it still bounces around. And it's kind of it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. I mean, whatever, it's not the end of the world. Once again, who cares? But it is one of those things that, like, tiny details like that, if they did actually fix those kinds of things, it would be appreciated. Ayaka's also moves around a little too much too, and hers is more looking like what an actual chest plate should look like, but it still moves around plenty in a jiggle physics kind of way, which doesn't make sense either. So yeah. Yeah, they got that liquid metal. They got that like metallic fibers. Right. Listen, I don't mind jiggle physics. I don't. It's just that, like, I want them to make sense. That's all. And if a character's just going to be a badass in armor, then let them be a badass in armor. That's all. Yeah, for that. Okay, for that. No jiggle physics for them. Right. Either that or design them differently so they can. I got a notification just now that I'm live. Guys, did you know that I'm live right now here on Twitch? Oh my god. That's crazy. What? I'm so glad my phone told me that an hour after I've been live. I think there should be a video of characters like Linny, Chevreuse, and Clorend having voice lines about Emily. Sure. If I ever get to a point like that, I would. I mean, I have to make all sorts of videos about character studies. I plan on covering every single character in some way, shape, or form. Like I did one for Venti, which I'm probably going to revisit when I learn more about Venti in the future. I gotta do a bunch of others once I get to learn more about these characters. I think Risley also has it. I'm going to open up a can of seltzer water. Let's see, can you guys hear this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Venti Story Quest Act 2 when? Here's the thing. It doesn't exist. Not yet. It will. It will happen. And they're going to have it happen towards the end of the game. When things seem like they're starting to wrap up a little bit, that's when it's going to show up. I'm predicting somewhere around Snezhnaya. Maybe after Snezhnaya. Like, towards the end of Snezhnaya stuff, before Celestia stuff. If that's the direction that they go. Right, maybe in that place you said, Ishiato. If that's what they do. But whatever happened, like, that would happen after Snezhnaya, my opinion, right? So, like, it happens at some point after Snezhnaya. Either during or after. That's my prediction for the Venti's second story quest. Because of things I mentioned in the video. And what he represents as a character. So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, that's what I think. That's when Venti stuff is going to appear, in my opinion. Calling it now. And if they don't, then they messed up. That'd be crazy. Imagine if one day they're just like, all right, guys, Genshin Impact's done, and we don't get a second quest for Venti. Here's the thing. We got Venti's first story quest within the prologue of the game. So there could be a reason why we don't get a Venti story quest 2 until the epilogue of the game. Or the the climax of the game, like when things are coming to a head. That's beginning and end. And we know Venti and his, you know, what he has to do with time, beginning of time, end of time, all that jazz, like it We do have some hints about where the Mondstadt expansion could go. There's a big hole under Storm Terror's lair, and you jump into it. Paimon doesn't say her usual line. She says something like, we shouldn't go near there. Huh. Venti is a Sussius Archon. Decorabian isn't actually dead. Okay. For some reason, Yoimiya is one of the few characters with a second story quest. Well, I mean, I heard her first one was Dogwater. I don't know. That's just what I heard. So maybe they felt like they had to redeem that. But I don't know why they would feel like they'd have to do that for Yoimiya when you could argue that other characters didn't get a proper spotlight. For example, Razor's isn't finished. He deserves a second one. So, yeah. Okay. Guys, I think it's time. I think it's time to start the reaction. We've chatted. We've hung out. We've gave people plenty of time to get here. All right? And if people arrive late, that's okay. We welcome them. It's fine. I'll forgive them someday. But now, we gotta get into Sigewinne. Sigewinne, don't know her name. I've been told how to say it so many times. Still forget. I still forget. And I feel bad. Yeah, but we're going to talk about the little Melusine helper. I'm already excited because I'm looking at the teaser thumbnail right now, and it has my favorite little Melusine in there. I think. Is that her? Is this the same? Is that the green one for that talks to Nouvelette? Nouvelette's assistant? I can't look at without Nouvelette pops up. You know what I mean? You can't see my mouse anyway. Oh, no, you can, I think. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this. I don't know how in depth I'm going to be doing this. I just kind of want to watch it, and I'll have some commentary about it. I'm probably going to get into like my animator headspace and talk about storytelling and all that stuff. But as far as spoilers go, guys, you know the drill. No spoilers. Most of you got to see where I am in the game so far. I'm going to show you my checklist right now. Again, this is my checklist. This keeps track of everything that I do within Genshin Impact. Right now, I've completed Albedo's story quest, and I have the Chalk Prince and the Dragon to react to next. I have to react to that event. And then everything before it is you know, it's complete. It's, well, for the most part. I can't do this one. This was really, anyway, my point is that I'm not beyond this point, which means I'm not in Fontaine at all, nor do I wish to be earlier than I want to be, because I'm doing things in chronological order. So with that said, you couldn't see a single thing when I did that because I'm covering everything. I just realized, god damn it, I'm a fool. Anyway, the point is, I'm not in Fontaine. Don't spoil. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unlock all the statues. You have to level up all the statues. All the statues have, it has to be leveled to the max in Liyue. And that is, that's a long time. That's a long time. For me. For me who doesn't play on the daily. Okay, anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. Hold on, I want to make sure everything's working. Raise the volume up. That might be too loud, I don't know. Okay. And let's begin.
Dear Monsieur Nervillet, how are you? I haven't written in a while, so I thought I'd send you an update.
Sigewinne.
The Duke tells me that you're always asking after me. Please, don't worry. Everyone at the Fortress of Meripede is really nice to me.
Walsey, we've had it with you.
What even is this? It's completely inedible.
Suck it up and eat it.
The food here is delicious, and the people are super friendly. The other Melusines come by to visit me sometimes. They're always full of praise for the fortress, and they get along great with everyone here. Sneaky sticker for you. This one's really cute. Let's give it to a cute person. You once said we have to discover the meaning of life for ourselves. I think you're completely right. Life at the fortress is often pretty uneventful, so my infirmary is empty a lot of the time.
He's down! He's down! Ha! Too easy.
But everyone trusts me, which is really great. I really like being a head nurse. Anyway, the Duke and I are planning on taking a trip out, so we'll definitely see you soon.
I look forward to it.
Hope you're not too busy. We're here.
Freaking daw! That was great. That was good. That was good stuff. Okay. Yeah. She cute. Okay, let me go through this for a second here. I want to, off the top of my head, I want to talk about my initial impressions where, I mean, this was adorable. This was super cute. Sigewinne is, how did he say her name? Jesus Christ. Me. Say, how do you pronounce her name?
Dear Monsieur Nervillet, how are you? Dear Monsieur
Oh, it's
Nervillet,
after? Alright.
how are you? I haven't written in a while, so I thought I'd send you an update.
Sigewinne.
Sigewinne. Okay, I'm saying it right. All right, Sigewinne. Sigewinne. Right. So, yeah. Very wholesome. It's very cute. It's very funny. She is extremely optimistic. She is also very important because she is head nurse in the Atlantis jail. I forget the name already. Yeah, but despite all the people being, rough and tumble with each other and kind of crazy, and maybe the quality isn't the best down there, she still finds the bright side of things and still writes about them. And it's weird because it's not like she's faking it. She's not really like, here, if she was writing about it and she's like, yeah, the food's delicious here. Like, you know, like there could have been that tone, there could have been like that expression on her face, but she's genuinely happy where she is. Um, Reflecting back to a time where Nouvelet had told her that they have to, you know, make their own life, carve their own path, all that stuff. He's very supportive of the Melusines. I get the sense of just from these few lines here as well. I love the overall style that this is in, as most teasers are, but I like how they switched up just a little bit every time. This, once again, did have a storybook vibe to it. Not only that, but also kind of like a pop-up book feeling, specifically around where we go from this very painting in the background to a more transition into the room that she's currently in writing, which happens over here. Let's look at that real quick. Hold on. Sorry, I'm using my animation stuff right now. So we have this. We have the, you know, just talking about like the arena that they've got, and then
I really like being a head nurse.
the page turns and the next page flips up with the books and the lantern in the foreground. Exactly like a picture book. The pages are turning as she's telling her story and she comes back into reality. It's so good. It's so cool and I love it. And I just like how kind of like she stays in the style that she is the entirety of the story, and everything else is what's changing behind her in the background. Showing you that it is her memories and inner thoughts recalling back on this stuff. And it's also, everything is also in a very colorful and cartoony vibe. Even like the fighting in the background, like it's all for fun. It's very goofy. You know, she's the kind of character that seems like she's not taking any of this stuff too seriously. She's just kind of having a good time. This is referencing the stickers. I heard that especially Sigewinne is very mischievous when it comes to planting stickers on Wriothesley, since she works close to Wriothesley. So there is that. I am learning now that it's not just her, it's more Melusines that are into putting stickers on people, which is actually hilarious. So that's a thing too. This, what is this about? Let me see this again. I want to look at the background of this.
The other Melusines come by to visit me.
Okay, that's what that was. It was part of the transition. Cool. All right, so yeah, once again, excellent transitions. They kind of have, this is treated, I said pop-up book before. It's like different varieties of storybooks, because I remember some storybooks where it could just be a traditional storybook with colorful images on each page. There could be the storybook where it is kind of a pop-up book where things flip up in front of you, or there's even ones that are more sticker based, where it's kind of like a game at first, where you have to take the sticker and put it in the dotted lined space for that particular sticker on the page. That was a thing that exists too. And they show that here with this transition.
The other Melusines come by.
You kind of saw the dotted lines and the characters come into frame in those spots to fill in the rest of the image, and it's when she makes reference to the stickers. So that's very cool. Yeah, it's kind of like Cleese. Cleese was very kind of like pop-up book-ish as well, in a way, if I remember correctly. Remind you of the Nahida teaser. Yeah, as far as like colors used, at least early Nahida teaser, I would say yes, I agree. She sees differently than normal humans, I feel. Yeah, exactly. So she is very optimistic, and I feel like this could just be a Melusine thing in general, maybe. I don't want to assume that, because this is the only Melusine I've heard extensive dialogue from. I know there were other Melozines, such as the one that I adore in Nouvelette's teaser, but that was only a line or two. This is an entire teaser with her voice. But yeah, it's cool how they have a different perspective on the world, and that it's definitely something to do with their species. I do have one thing to say. Either Nouvelette gets to his mail very slowly, or their mailing system is piss poor, because it's like, she's like, yeah, I'll come visit you soon, literally finishes reading and she's at the door. She's already there. How long did it take to get that mail there? Huh? What the heck? Yeah. Hi, Zevi. Welcome. So, I love the pastel color schemes. Here, I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is. I really like it when they use pastel colors in these teasers specifically. And then you have she arrives and Risley is behind them. Let's play this out again.
Hope you're not too busy.
Yep, Risley's behind. So she did say that her and Risley were going to come up for a visit. And then you have the other Melazine at the door who probably works in the same building as Nouvelette, just kind of like being like, oh yeah, he's in here. Like, you know, and they're just kind of peeking in, seeing if he's not too busy at the moment. And she shows up. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. After reading Sigewinne's letter, Nouvelette says, meaning, hey, should be here soon. Same as the JP teaser. When in EN teaser, he says, I look forward to it. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I mean, I don't mind it personally. I get it. Like, that's okay. Like, understood. He gets the concept, like, oh, like that's any day, that's like any moment, right? That's any day now. That's like, that's really soon. But I'm trying to think about it. Would it sound weird in English if he said should be here soon? Right? After reading that, he like puts it down. He's like, oh, should be soon. I don't know. It could work, I guess, but I could see them, maybe they couldn't get the take that they wanted, or maybe they didn't bother and they just translated it, just kind of like wanted, instead of like surprised at the visit soon, in English they wanted to show that he's happy for the visit to happen. You know? Because if you take the Japanese and Chinese translation, it's just making a observation, right? It's like, that's any day now. But here we actually have emotion behind it, where it's like, I look forward to that encounter, you know? So I think that's the reason why they did it, because maybe you can capture those emotions easier in Chinese and English with that saying. I don't know. That's just my theory going with it. There's got to be a reason why. I mean, of course, Genshin isn't the best when it comes to translation stuff all the time, but that's me giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's not that big of a deal. You can see him rereading letters from Melazines. Yeah, it's fine either way. It's not even a big deal. Sadine, yes, Sadine. I love Sadine. I thought it was Sadine. I couldn't remember her name. It's awful. I can't remember her name, yet I would destroy so many people to save her if I had to. Oh, I'm sorry, Finish. I hope you're able to figure out what that's about. Okay. Yeah, those are my initial thoughts of the teaser. Sigewinne is very cute. I love the storybook feel. I like this perspective of Melusine's outlook in general. I like the relationship that is built within this teaser between Neuvillette and the Melusines. I know everyone is already aware of their relationship, but for someone who has not played through Fontaine, I know a lot less than most people. And this does a good job of giving me more hints as to like this very supportive and positive connection that these creatures have with a figure such as Neuvillette. It was very cute, very cool. And now it's time to watch her demo. Demo time. All right. We ready? Demo time, demo time. That's right. Mina, yes, you may have missed the teaser, but I'm going to do the demo now, and this is going to go up on the VOD channel, but also my normal channel as just a reaction to the teaser and demo. So you didn't miss too much. You'll be able to see stuff later. No worries. Anyway, let's get to it. This is Sigewinne's character demo.
Huh, really? It's medicinal?
Yep, it has a bunch of uses, and medicine's one of them. Our maritime flower in full bloom is a great cure for exhaustion. You can buy them in the store, but they're not as good.
You want maritime flowers? I know a place where there's loads of them, really pretty ones. Off we go.
Bubbles! Enemy spotted. Whoa! That's a different splash screen.
I'll keep looking. None around here. Petals contain all the good stuff. Get well soon. Just relax. So, I made some herbal tea with added maritime flowers. It's really refreshing. Wanna try some?
Why didn't you say it was so bitter?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Well, the important thing is that it works.
That was good. This was Sigewinne's a 5-star, right? She has to be. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, if this was a 4-star, I expect all character demos to be like this. Okay. Only 5-star characters get a teaser. That's true. What was I thinking? That's true. Yeah. This was wow. Okay. I have to I actually love how much style they put into this for her. Everything has the very colorful, bubbly, bubblegum bubble like theme going on with the music, the poppy music that they have, even her splash screen right here with this kind of text and these pastel colors with the blues and the pinks. It's so cotton candy, but it fits this character so well. That's awesome. I love that. Kawaii EDM, yeah, exactly. Yeah. A Melusine and the Fortress of Meropede's head nurse. She cares equally for every convict locked in the undersea prison. Yeah, she has no reason to think badly of people. I do love this scene though, where Crab grabs flower, Sigewinne grabs gun. That is awesome. I do love that. Um Man, she's a drug dealer. Just giving everybody enhancement drugs, making them high as shit. Look at this guy. He's gone. He's donezo. Yeah. No, she's this is great. I love how it starts. I was gonna say I love this group right now. All these characters in the same room just makes me happy. Uh, I think it's awesome at the end too, where this moment where Navia goes to drink from it and Clorand physically stops her because Lynette already went for it. So it's kind of like, no reason for us all to die. It's just like, once again, like her survival hunting instincts like coming in, just like, wait. So I love that. That's great. Lynette just tanking the bitterness because she's good like that. She drinks tea all the time. And then these two suffer anyway. It's really funny. So yeah, I like that. What else? What else? Once again, it had some the coloring book, picture book vibes here and there in it. Just to quickly tell you the story, what her goal is, what she's trying to do, and then you have the in-game imagery of her adventure to get the flowers. Can I write in bubbles in Fontaine? Not just bubbles, but bunny bubbles. Do I? Kinda, unfortunately not. My depression is immeasurable. Hydro Abyss mages got you covered. God damn those mages. It's my least favorite thing in the world. But yeah, this was all really cool stuff overall. I don't really have much to say other than I really like the aesthetic that they chose for her, and it just they're doing a better and better job each time to, this is going to sound dumb, but to really make the character demo trailers feel like they they're like for they're for that character specifically. And like what the heck does that mean? Like you have Cloren's character trailer, right? And it was good. It was good. But it, because she's just a down to business character, her trailer did just kind of feel like another cool epic character trailer. And there wasn't like that splash of something like this is her about it, other than it being about her. But not only was this character trailer obviously about Sigewinne, but it was in a style that very much fit her aesthetically. So they like upped their game 20% between the last 5-star and this one, in my opinion. Personally, I like the animations and don't really think they fit the game, but this demo is fantastic. See, Viridian, I'm not going to say that. Obviously, you can feel that way, and that's fine, but I'm going to actually argue against that because I think Genshin needs stuff like this. Not necessarily in a cutesy way, but just more things that are like imbued in the feeling of that character itself when representing them. Her animations are very different and weird, but I think Genshin needs to start doing that, because if they don't, I mean, let's face it, guys, there's 70s plus something characters. Shit's getting stale. It's going to start getting stale if it's not already. We need to get weird now. I think we need to start getting weird with some of these character animations. That's just my opinion. Though. Yeah. And once again, like, you're valid to your opinions as well. If you don't think this fits, that's great. I mean, my whole thing is like, I'm going to talk Warhammer 40k just for a split second here, because there's like the grimdark, this gothic, this evil feel, everything is bad, and then you have a faction called the Tau, which is like the more like looks like Gundam, and that doesn't really fit the theme of everything else in the universe. So a lot of people in the community tend to either love the Tau or you hate the Tau, and that's because it doesn't fit the vibe with everything else around them. However, props off to them for trying something new and different, and it's the beginning of another faction which could evolve into a more grimdark style as the game continues, so on and so forth, things like that. You can also own the models and you can paint them any which way you want. So I'm just saying, like, there's reasons why companies do this kind of thing, and I do think it's for a reason, and it doesn't always hit home for everybody, but I do think it's necessary that they try. So my hat off to them for even trying after so long of being very much the same with everything else that they have. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm touching upon a topic that is like old, and people have been discussing this kind of thing with other characters before Sigewinne, but as you guys know, I'm very new to the space, so this is just my 2 cents at this moment. Right. I feel like they could switch it up by a couple of Abyss element characters every now and then, rather than waiting until introduced elements to the game. Yeah, they could, but they're probably waiting for a specific moment, and whether or not that's the right choice or not, I can kind of see why. For me, it's like, let me put it this way. I feel weird for having Arlecchino. I don't really use her that much. I leveled her up to 40, and that's as far as I can get her. So I can't really use her to the full effect, even though she's still a glass cannon. She'll just die super easily if I use her in my current level of the game as it is right now. I could go to Fontaine and just get the materials for her. I could. There's nothing stopping me. but I refuse to because I don't want to do things out of order. Even having a character from the Fontaine region, that section, bothers me because I'm like, this doesn't make sense in my brain. But it is what it is. So I do feel weird about like having access to some things earlier than I'm supposed to. Unless in the story, if it is properly introduced and there are plenty of characters walking around that you interact with on a regular basis that have those kinds of powers and such, that you would expect them to already be in your, possibly in your possession to play. I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Come on, we got Cutesy Bomber Klee as our first 5-star demo. Yeah, we did, and that was a great character demo too. I think yeah, I shouldn't say that the other 5-star trailers didn't fit the aesthetic to the character itself, because Klee's very much did. A bunch of other characters very much did. It's just that, like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes they just have a 5-star character that it's like, it's cool and it's epic, and then like that's it. And you could literally replace them with another character with a similar trailer and you get the very same feeling, and it's fine. I just like how different this was. Or at least it's been a while since we've had something like this, in my opinion. That's all I'm getting at. Have I played the Aranara quest? No. Or do I know what that is? Is that the quest that takes forever in Sumeru? I heard that there's a quest that's like 8 hours long or some crap. I don't know. I don't want to know anything about it. Maybe I'll play it when I get there. Maybe not. It depends how important it is to lore stuff. You feel like the plot should start speeding up now? Yeah, the only problem with that is that they won't. Because money. It's a business. That's just the reality of it. They're going to take their time. They're going to have a lot of slow patches in between Archon quests and stuff, and that's just how they do. And that's how they're going to do until they either reach the end or the game stops being relevant. And it's unfortunate, but that's their business decision right now. Unless if they really get some like new people in charge, or they switch up their tactics or something because they feel like they need to. Maybe they will start speeding up now, because now there are games coming out, or games that have already come out, like Wuthering Waves, that are giving them competition. So maybe they will want to speed up the process a little bit so people can get more of the things that they've been waiting for. That's just my guess, though. Once again, I could see it going either way. But yeah, this was super fun. Terrified of this thing, of her syringe. You know, that crab is super dead. I like how the first Melusine over here was like, I know a place where to get the flowers. And her response is, I'm too happy to say anything. I'm just going to wave you down so we can go ride in bunny bubbles. And then they did. And they had a great time. But yeah, that's essentially my thoughts and reactions to the Sigewinne stuff. So, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know what you think. And yeah, this was great. I'm going to now do an outro, but I'm not ending stream, guys, just so you know. So, yeah. But I'm going to do an outro thing right now. Wonder if I could get it in the first take. All right. But with that said, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, if you wish to support me, you can check the description to find out ways to do so by becoming a member to the channel. By becoming a member on my Patreon, you get the same benefits. I also have a VOD channel, so if you want to see the full video, go there. You can watch it. And Well, it's good. It's good. Go support that, please, please. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later. Okay, there we go. Whew. All right. So, yeah, that was the Sigewinne stuff. I'm gonna put that together into a little more coherent video of sorts. And yeah. That's what that is. That's what that is. But we're not done yet. We're not done streaming. Because there's another thing that I gotta do. Something that I haven't even touched. Not really, anyway. Any guesses? So I think the man fishing in the background of Siege demo was cute. One thing I should have mentioned that I didn't, maybe I'll throw it in together because it's kind of... I don't know where it is. Is it in the beginning? Ah, yeah. I like having these characters in the background. Chevreuse with her snacks. Fremine, Lenny, going about their business. Cool stuff. I just like it when you see a bunch of characters in the world doing things. This caught me off guard. This very much caught me off guard. But hey, at least he's happy. Check 29 seconds. Okay. Oh! Emily. Emily is here. Look at that. They snuck her in, huh? Okay. I can see that the tassel things that we were talking about earlier are, I think, connected to the back of her neck? Maybe just the back of her shirt thing. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, they put Emily there. Also 102. This is blurry and I can't tell. Is this just a rock or is this something else? Shiori does have some explain to do about Emily's outfit. Oh, I just thought this was a rock. Yeah, okay. Nouvelet and Risley. Fishing. Yep. There we go. That's... Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, 104. I was able to see it. That's nice. They're having some time hanging out. Her dad's. That's cool. I can't. Oh, that was funny. I was like, a rock? Anyway. Yeah. So, now, guys. What we're gonna do now. Okay. We're gonna listen to some character voice lines. I haven't done this yet at all. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do some character voice lines. It would help if I actually showed you my screen, huh? Man, imagine not showing the screen. Here we go. There we go. Had to switch it up. Okay. Am I friendship 10 with any of the characters? No. I don't think so. 9, 5, 8, 9. No, I think 9's the highest. 1, 3, 3, 8, 6, 2, 4. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. All right, finish. Enjoy your lunch. I'll be streaming for a little bit longer. Not too much longer, but I'm going to do some voice lines here. And the VOD will be up on the VOD channel later anyway, so you won't miss out. Oh, thanks for subbing. I think you followed. I don't know if you subbed. Either way, thank you for this sub. I appreciate that. It didn't go off. Usually there's a sound alert that happens too, but that didn't happen. Anyway. So, yeah, and I'm not going to listen to everything. Obviously, I'm going to be asking you guys if there are specific things I should be listening to at the point that I'm in, but we'll see. I mostly wanted to I mostly wanted to focus on Aether today. What I could listen to as far as what Aether says. I wasn't going to go into everything. I haven't even looked at this. Okay. Voiceover. About windmills. No. Huh. Some of these things aren't listed as new, but I haven't been in here to listen to anything. I don't know, maybe some things were just there from the get-go? Yeah, I'm not sure. And then what's this? Oh, battle stuff? Okay. Well, I'm mostly interested in this. Should I just go down the list? What do we think? Just go down the list, you think? Okay. May as well? Okay. All right. So, about windmills.
Mondstadt has so many windmills, doesn't it?
Well, the city is built above water, so it probably relies on the windmills to draw the water upwards.
That's correct. The winds blow through Mondstadt all year, so this
Quiet.
supply of water is very stable. Also, the windmills are what they call visible winds, and wind chimes are called the audible winds. Paimon guesses they can be thought of as mascots and prayers to the animal Archon for protection.
Ah, mascots. So, like you then, Paimon.
No, not at all! They're made of wood, and you can't eat them in an emergency either, because all you'll do is grind your teeth down.
I don't know what to say to that.
Can you guys hear? That's better? Okay. Cool. Okay. It is so weird hearing Aether talk. It is so weird. The guy who ate a literal airplane would disagree. True. True. I do wish he talked more in game. That would be better than what we're currently dealing with. I'd rather there be less dialogue options that don't matter and more linear voice acting. Because there's like this weird in between of trying to be like, here's Aether as a character, and then here's your self-insert into this adventure. They're trying to do both, and it doesn't work, in my opinion. So they need to choose either to ex-nay on the voice and give multiple decisions, or keep him with the voice and have him actually say what he wants to say. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Enters when Link doesn't talk for entire game video. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Link, though, is that Link just never talks, period. From what I know, I haven't played the latest Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever. I don't know if he talks. I don't think he does. But as far as I know, Link just never talks, and that's their thing, and that's fine, because that's a self-insert. Here, they definitely, like, want you to insert yourself as Aether, as the Traveler. But then they don't want you at the same time as they have a story to tell. So it's weird. Yeah. I don't know if we count that finish. Excuse me, princess. Oh, man. The VA probably gets paid less than a McDonald's employee? Damn! I mean, at least he doesn't get paid as much as the other ones for being... Yeah, that sucks. Imagine being a main character of a game and getting paid the least. Shit. Yeah. And okay, in the majority of Zelda games, the character Link, that you can change his name and it could be anybody. His voice lines are hut, hiat, hiat, and that's it. So like everything else is right. You get the picture. You now know all of Link's lines. Oh yeah, he's also like ah when he gets hurt or dies or falls or something. Link, yeah, you could change his name. It's not like it's Link is the default name, but you could change it. It could be anything. You could call him like Butt Sniffer 3000. Like that's now his name. That's the hero of time, everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, silent protagonist is a thing in JRPG to the point that his name and Hoyover's memes out of it. Yeah. Isn't there a whole thing about the same characters being reincarnated though? Not necessarily. It's weird. There are multiple theories. There's an actual timeline that's I don't know it off the top of my head, to be honest. But as far as The Legend of Zelda goes, there is always a Link and there is always a Zelda. And Ganondorf, for the most part, I think is relatively the same dude. It's weird. It's like there's always supposed to be a triforce of power, wisdom, and courage. Link, there's always someone who's going to have the courage, always someone who's going to have the wisdom. The wisdom is going to be whoever Zelda is at that time, and the courage is always going to be like the hero that rises up to the challenge, which is always Link or some version of them. Yeah, something. I didn't really play Skyward Sword, to be honest, but Skyward Sword apparently is like supposed to be the first of the whole, like how it all starts, I guess. Because it's not Link. It's not the same guy. there might be like a link between them in some way, shape, or form, but it's not like the same dude with the same memories. It's always like a new person. The only link that, I mean, I'm sure in the DS games or the handheld games it's different, but as far as console games, what I know, Link in the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are the same Link. And those are the only two games that I know of that are the same Link. All the other ones are different Links. Like Wind Waker's a different Link. Skyward Sword's a different Link. I can't speak on behalf of the handhelds because I didn't play those as much. So. Right. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, they're the same Link. Pretty much. Link is kind of like a placeholder. Yeah, Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass are the same Link. Oh. But apparently not? Interesting. See, it gets a little confusing. I'm not sure. But yeah, my point is that some Links carry over, some don't. Yeah, and that's just what that is. Right. So if we don't feel like Aether is a self-insert, then he should just have voice lines. And stop giving us the illusion of choice. And then that way the voice actor can actually make money from being a main character in a huge game. You know? Wow, imagine. Yeah, I pretty much agree with what Viridian is saying at this point. Yeah. I mean, but in those games, they don't give you the illusion of choice. Not usually. Doesn't happen in Mario. Well, what's another game that, like, there's a game like Mass Effect, which is voiced and gives you choice options which affect the outcomes of relationships and such. That does both very well. So it's like, multi-billion-dollar company, let's go. That's all I'm saying. I have not played any of the Dainsleif quests, and people in chat would hopefully know that. I have not seen any comments. I haven't read them as far as Dane goes. But yeah, if you're trying to spoil right now, shut up. That's all I have to say. Anyway, next thing about the tavern owner.
I've heard that if you give tavern owners a considerable tip, they'll be willing to give some information on the down low.
You mean the angel share? But Master D-Luke seems like a very rich man. How big a tip is considerable anyway?
Maybe I might have heard wrong. Or maybe I might have heard this rumor in another world.
You sure have been to many worlds, haven't you?
Okay, that's cool. I like that, referring to other worlds and stuff. That's cool. Okay. About Cider Lake, I always want to say Cedar.
Cider Lake never freezes, no matter what time of year it is. The best apple ciders in Mondstadt can only be made using the fresh water from this lake. It really does taste great. Paimon could drink 2 big bottles in a second.
Wow. With your size, I can't believe that you can drink that much liquid. And not explode like an animo slime.
Paimon has a special stomach just for tasty drinks.
A special stomach? I have so many questions about how this world works.
That's funny. I don't know if that's a question for the world, Aether. I think that's more of a question for Paimon and how she works. Yeah. So, what happened? What happened, Lilac? What the fuck? Oh, if people in Teva had more than one stomach, like cows? Don't cows have multiple stomachs? Oh my god, imagine. They're all just cows.
About those books in the restricted section that Lisa mentioned. Have you ever wondered what sort of books might be kept in there? Perhaps it contains books not suitable for children.
Huh? But the Boar Princess isn't in the restricted section. What could be more unsuitable for children than that? Paimon's curious.
Paimon, no. No. That book should be in the restricted section. That book should definitely be in the restricted section. Oh my god. What a freaking... Oh, I'm experiencing it again. The pain. Guys, I've read the Boar Princess while recording. In Dragonspine. Oh my god. Whew. Yeah. Is there a voice line for of hearing what they think about after reading The Boar Princess? Because holy crap. Anyway. Barbados just wants his cider no matter the season. Sure. Sure. Can't blame him. Cider's good.
Paimon finds that hard work hardly works here in Mondstadt.
Why do you say that?
Just look at Huffman from the Knights of Favonius. He does his best at his duties every day. But the ever-relaxed Captain Kaya is his boss.
But isn't Jean, who works the hardest, the acting Grand Master?
Well, how about this then? Venti's the god of Mondstadt, and he's the laziest of them all.
And that's where you're wrong, Paimon, and that's where you're just gravely mistaken. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Jean is probably dyeing her hair blonde at this point. Must have gone gray ages ago. Damn. She'd look good with gray hair. I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. Yeah. Kaya slander. Fuck yeah. 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 Okay. That's all I gotta really say about that. How about the Goth Grand Hotel?
Sure would be nice to spend a night at the Goth Grand Hotel.
Paimon thinks so too. The rooms are sure to be big and clean.
Still, I've heard Mr. Goth say that they've had all kinds of strange problems ever since the Fatui moved in. The electro-sissons that their mages brought in attracted a lot of dust with static electricity, which ended up killing a lot of those sissons. Then, someone mixed up the mist grass pollen in the pepper, and the agents ended up brawling amongst themselves, each insisting that the other owed them money for wine.
Hang in there, Goth Grand Hotel.
Boy, sounds like the Fatui are scumbags. Who would have thought?
Everyone says that Mondstadt is the land of the wind. But I wonder which direction the seasonal winds come from.
Why don't we ask Venti?
He'll probably just dodge the question with a or something.
True. The Animal Archon is just a tone-deaf bard. What does he know about the wind?
Guys, this Venti slander is killing me. This Venti slander is killing me, and they're doing it on purpose because they're trying to let your guard down for the crazy Venti second story quest that's going to come in the future and blow everyone's freaking mind. What the heck? Wind and wine are just one letter apart? Yep. Venti got confused, thought he was supposed to be the god of wine, and then fixed his ways later, and now he's the god of wind. It's fine. Don't worry, he's got it under control. He's just an alcoholic now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, this Venti slander is I've had up to here. I've had up to here with the Venti slander. Once it gets here, I'm flipping a table. About alchemy.
So here in Mondstadt, alchemy is practiced out on the streets?
Is that so strange?
Yes.
In many of the worlds I've been to in the past, alchemy has always been a secretive art. Watching alchemy being practiced as a part of daily life is like being in a world where people have 3 stomachs.
Stomachs again.
Paimon thinks only having one stomach is weird.
Are you serious?
What do you think?
Confirmed. Paimon has more than one stomach. Or no stomachs at all. And she's just a little void creature from the abyss. Oh my god, guys, we figured it out. She is the abyss. There's just an abyss inside of her. Her esophagus leads to the abyss. Correct. Like Kirby. Paimon is Kirby. We're going to have to look up Kirby lore so we understand Paimon better. Which I heard is actually insanely dark. Don't know anything about it. I just heard Kirby lore is incredibly dark. I almost wanted to make like another YouTube channel where I just look at I just watch videos based on the lore of things and stories and games that I just don't know about. Like Kirby, maybe Five Nights at Freddy's, but there's a lot there, and I've already seen some of it. But like anything, Elden Ring, just like watch lore videos. But yeah, anyway. There are 2 great full Kirby lore videos, man. Maybe I'll do that on a Twitch one of these days. Maybe I'll just do like a lore react stream and upload it to the VOD channel. That could be fun. Because this is going to be like a variety thing at some point, So I could do that. That'd be a good time. All right, about Teyvat.
Teyvat's day and night both seem particularly short. The skies here are full of stars, but they aren't the same as the ones seen from my home. I wonder if the fates of people from Teyvat are also related to their constellations.
Oh? Do you know how to read the stars too? That's amazing! Not a lot of people outside Sumeru can do it. Paimon's curious. Come on, do a reading for me, quick!
The night sky pictured on Paimon's cape flows with the light of many stars, and also of the deep ocean. The movement of these stars tells me that in, say, 7 days from now,
In 7 days what?
something good or something bad might occur.
Right. Your theory sounds as rock solid as a geo-slime. And about as brainy, too.
The skies here are full of stars, but they aren't the same as the ones seen from home. So obviously you could take this as like, you know, different universe, different stars, all that stuff, yada yada. But is he traveling through dimensions, or is he just traveling to different worlds? If it's just different worlds, then it could just be within the same universe and so on. If that is the case, then the sky would relatively be the same, but from different angles and such. However, we know now, after I've seen Unreconciled Stars, I've reacted to that event, that the sky is not real. So the fact that days and nights are shorter and so on and so forth, there is an illusion of a normal time frame taking place that isn't actually there. Or it's there, but it's like, you know, like there's a lot of makeshift stuff making things appear as they are and not happening naturally. So there's that. Yeah, it's just perspective from like where you are. The stars could be different and stuff. It is interesting that Aether claims to know things about stars, which I guess he would. He does have like the little constellation thing, as an idle animation, and you know, travels from world to world with his sibling. The movement of these stars tells me that in, say, 7 days from now, in 7 days, what? Something good or something bad might occur. Yeah, that could just be him just, like, guessing, just trying to, like, you know, do the thing. Or not saying that the game takes place in 7 days, but it could mean something else. Not necessarily what he's saying, but it could include the number 7 in something. There are 7 archons. What is it when it comes to like Christianity and stuff? Like, what was it, like God built everything in 7 days kind of thing? Like there's that. Like, you know, like there's symbolism here for stuff, for sure, 100%. 7 nations, right. 7 archons, 7 nations. Yeah. Well, the joke here is that he actually doesn't. He made it up, but he could be lying. You don't know that. I mean, yeah, he could be. He could be lying. But it wasn't delivered like it was like he was being sarcastic. So yeah, I disagree, Mina. I mean, it could be a joke. But as someone who likes to look deep into things, I think there could be, whether or not he knows what he's talking about, I don't think he directly knows what he's talking about. Sure. Yeah, it could be a joke on that, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, the reason why it's in the game in the first place is not solely just to make a joke about it. I think there could be more to it. Potentially. Not saying there is, but it could be more than, like, the character himself is joking. Sure. Yes, I will agree with everyone with that. Right. The whole dialogue is a joke here. Because he's trying to read, it doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about, and Paimon bashes him for it, and it's like, it's just banter back and forth there. But it doesn't sound like he's trying to make a setup for a joke. It sounds like he's actually trying to figure something out. Having this here in general is like, yeah, it's joking with the whole star reading thing, but also it could have a double meaning of, like, we are saying the number 7. There's a lot of stuff that the number 7 is tied to in this game and in general when it comes to religion and all sorts of stuff. So, like, yeah, it's a joke, but there's more to it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I think we're on the same page. I think we're all on the same page here. Chi-Chi 7-7. Chi-Chi's dangerous. Watch out. There's a reason why when you fail your 50-50 and get a Chi-Chi. There's a reason. And then you end up having 7 copies of her. The original, and then the next 6. Just saying. Just saying, guys. Hasn't happened to me yet, but you're all cursed. As far as I'm concerned, you're all cursed. Also, Chi Sing, 7 stars. There you go. Yep. I'm telling you. 7. Want to hear something else that's crazy? My birthday, June 7th. 7. Coincidence? Absolutely. But that's not the point. Anyway. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason, boys. All right. I think I might be interested in this next one. July 7th would have been a bigger coincidence. Listen, I know. My parents really screwed up, all right? I'm sorry. I had to be born on D-Day. Woo. During D-Day. Anyway. You should listen to some of the characters' birthday lines. Yeah, I will in time. Roshi is Archon. Guys, I'm the 8th Archon. What's up? You guys want to know what the Tsaritsa's like? It's me. How's it going? I'm your queen. Born on National Sleepyhead Day. Archon of what? Lore? I wish. There's no way. There's so many more people that are more lore heavy than I am right now. I'm just working my way up to it. I'm like the 1,000 Winds. I'm just a god that was forgotten. And I'm making a comeback. That's all. Archon of Cake, that's more accurate. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you. Mina, I don't care what they say about you. You're alright. Alright, I'm gonna listen to this next one.
On the way back to Mondstadt after rescuing Dvalin, we finally got to see one of the 7 Archons, didn't we? It was interesting to see what kind of god he was.
Haven't we known Venti for quite a while now?
As Venti, yes. But still, this was the first time that we got to see him as the Animal Archon Barbados. Normally, he hides his true divinity behind the facade of a bard. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god? That question that he asked Dvalin? I'm still contemplating that, you know?
And I love that line. I love that line that Venti says. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god? It does. It goes so hard. And it's very like I'm on board with that mentality, man. It's so weird. It's like if someone tells you like be free. Yeah, but is that freedom? Someone's telling you to do the thing. You know? So anyway. Yeah. Oh man. I'm happy with my Venti video that I made. I know it's not 100% accurate at all, and a lot of it is guessing. Of course, but that's what a theory is, right? They're just educated guesses. But I am proud with how it turned out, because there's a lot of stuff that like I kind of get glimpses of here or there, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I still think I was on like a relatively okay path. The only thing that I might have changed up is that perhaps Venti does actually go to sleep for long periods of time. But I still think he could possibly be clairvoyant and is able to see the events that happened. But I do like the idea of him actually being able to travel around and such based off of the voice line that I was told to react to, specifically for the making of that video. So it could be a little bit of both. I don't see why it couldn't. His dreams could be another reality. Who is to say? You know? I look at chat and we're talking about stealing dogs all of a sudden. What happened? How'd this happen? No, that's fine. I'm just confused. I was like, what does Venti steal dogs? Oh my god. No, it's fine. You guys can feel free to have conversation amongst yourselves. I'm just like I just looked at the chat and I was like, why are we stealing dogs? You can't even pet them. What the fuck? Anyway. About Mondstadt terrain.
Mondstadt is full of wide plains and rolling hills. People say that when Barbados made this land, he used the storm to flatten the cliffs and valleys.
Still, it looks like he missed a few spots.
Like Star Snatch Cliff?
Exactly. On the map, it almost looks as if it was meant to be the apex of a vertical structure, but ended up at the wrong orientation.
What's an apex?
It's a multiplayer game where you get to team up with two of your other friends and go into like a battle royale like thing. Like there's been other games kind of like it too. It's okay. I'm not really a huge fan of it. But yeah, anyway, I hope that answered your question. Next one.
Paimon's heard that couplets are a traditional art form in Liyue. If you can write a line that works as a second half to one that someone else has written, you'll be well paid. But linking the couplet is hard, so it's not easy money. Not only does the rhythm need to match, but the meaning has to as well.
Care to give an example?
Wind rises, winds never churn.
But the sea of clouds always return.
Huh, not bad. Let's not waste time here. We've got some money to make.
Okay, cool. Don't play with food or with money. They be spitting facts.
There's a saying of Rex Lapis that's commonly used here in Liyue. Paimon thinks its rough meaning is don't play with your money. It's because the first Mora were minted from his golden form and given to humans in trust.
Kaya sure seems to enjoy playing with his money.
And that's why you shouldn't learn from him.
Well, as a child, I was taught not to play with my food.
Yup. You've got to respect your food. What are you looking at Paimon for?
Oh my god. Kaya slander number 2, hell yeah. Didn't Rex Lapis make a house out of money? I don't know, if you ask me, that's playing with it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Zhongli. Hypocrite. Would Mona and Zhongli get along? Probably. I think so. I feel like their expertise in very different things, but they could. Yeah, I think they'd be fine. I think they just talk about what they're passionate about. Mona has a sus voice line about Venti. Yeah, I don't have Mona yet though, so I'm not gonna look up characters that I don't have as of yet, but one day I will. Or if I get them, I'll look into them. I would love to actually have Mona one of these days. Not lying. She'd be great to have. I think out of the story quests that I've played, I think I've enjoyed Jean and Mona's playstyle the most. Yeah. Yeah. Mona is very cool. Yeah. Mona is very prideful. For sure. It took you 3 years to get your first Mona? Oh my god. Well, I'll be playing this game for 30 years, so if I get her my third year, that's not too bad, I guess, right? About Heart's Desire.
Walk in 7 clockwise circles, then walk in 7 anti-clockwise circles. Then open your eyes.
Are you sleepwalking?
Nope. Paimon is just trying to see if that antique shop from Heart's Desire actually exists.
Wait, did I read
Well,
this?
Assuming that a shop in a story does exist, what would you like to buy, Paimon?
A slime creator.
Does such a thing even exist?
I feel like this is in reference to a book that I have that I didn't read. Did I read Heart's Desire? I thought that was a book. But because I don't get the reference with the clockwise circles. So it's got to be referenced in there. Spoiled! Oh my god! No, I don't know what it means. It's fine. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. It's literally if that is one of the books, I'll just read it the next time I do a book reading stream. 7. And not just 7, but 7 clockwise and 7 counterclockwise. Chi-Chi. Oh my god. 7-7. Oh my god. Holy crap. Some people have tried attributing the 7 sins to the Archons. It doesn't quite work out. Yeah, I've thought of that, but I would have to meet them all first and get a better grasp of their personality personally. They all have demon names, but just because they have demon names doesn't mean they're associated with a sin per se. But if you were to make a video about how the Archons were really like the bad guys, I put that in quotation marks because, you know, there's always shades of gray. I believe that. That could be a thing. Venti is sus as hell. You could come up with all sorts of stuff about him. He could go in a crazy direction that we're not aware of, for all we know. Zhongli literally made a deal with the Tsaritsa and just gave his gnosis away for things that we don't even know about fully. Or at least that I don't know about at this point in time. So, I'm just saying. We don't know. That's why in my Venti theory video, I said that the story may lead to a situation that the main character that you play as may not like. It may not like how it's going to go down. our goal is to find our sibling. That could be involved for all I know. And it's like, things might have to happen a certain way, and we may not like it. And if we have to go against Venti and possibly other Archons because they're like, no, this is how we keep order, it has to go this way, then that could lead to some conflict. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's some crazy thing in the future where it's an Archon boss rush room, where it's just one Archon after the next. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you never know. I don't know if that would be it or if they could do something like that. But yeah. I feel like we could either go with it or go against it. And I don't think we have a choice either way, but I feel like the game might have a very dark turn later on, and it could be you versus the people who you once considered allies. And at that point in time, we're going to have all of our powers back, and it's literally going to be like we're just going to be super strong, and it's going to be crazy. Yeah. There was something else I saw before that I didn't actually get to reply to. Hold on. Oh, Jean is really cool. I expected her fighting style to be kind of elegant and refined, but she feels like a berserker. Jean is great. Jean, yeah. Jean has a great play style, and her play style is very unique. Having her her charged attack be that thing that stabs into the enemy and then they get lifted off the ground and they're just like suspended in air for a little bit. So much, like, great utility. Jean's awesome. Very unique character. More so than some of the more recent characters, in my opinion. Yeah. Exactly, you could juggle enemies with Jean. Oh yeah, of course, Dean will be a boss fight eventually. He literally says you're gonna have to defeat me in the trailer. So, yeah. We're gonna have to fight Dane, for sure, 100%. About the Guhua clan.
Lately, some Guhua clan disciples have been retelling an ancient story.
The Gua clan, huh? Paimon bets it's a heroic story.
Several male disciples decided to partake of a contest of arms to see who would marry their female junior, and she approved.
Ooh, Paimon's heard this one. In Liyue, they call this a joust for a spouse.
But the night before the contest, she stole the eldest disciple's favorite sword.
Aw, so she wanted him to lose. Poor guy.
I know, right? Forced to use the sword he wasn't used to, the eldest disciple suffered a crushing defeat. Unable to accept this result, he fell to his knees and wept.
Oh no, he must have really loved her, right?
In the end, he was forced to marry her in front of everyone.
Wait, so the loser had to marry her?
I feel like these are about Bennett. I haven't met Bennett yet. About being sisters. About Kaya's eye patch. Ooh, okay. I might skip down to some of these because I don't know. Gentleman Bird, is this referring to a book? The Dihua Marsh, I know it's an area, but is that referring to a book about an area? God of Contracts, I could listen to that one. About divine predictions in Liyue, maybe. I'm probably gonna skip this and Bennett because I don't know who Bennett is. About the idol, is that Barbara? Probably. Maybe Barbara and Jean being sisters here. So you guys can't see it. This one. Yeah, saw the word several, and I was about to lose my shit again, thinking it was same thing. 7. I thought they said 7. I was like, what? Okay, I'm gonna go to about the God of Contracts.
To think that the Geo Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo Archon.
Yeah.
I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Paimon doesn't don't care who you are. Making a deal with the Tsaritsa is super dangerous.
Be that as it may. Since Morax is the god who understands the basis of contracts the best, he's definitely given this some thought.
Well, that's true. Morax himself called it the contract to end all contracts.
I trust that we will witness the truth and its denouement play out.
They really like using this word in Genshin. They like using this word a lot, denouement, a lot more than I realized. It's like the third time I've heard it. Why are we getting French up in here? This is way before Fontaine. They say it here just now. They say it in one of Nouvelette's trailers. And Sing Cho says it in his story quest regarding the ending of the Halberd, the Shattered Halberd book or whatever that he reads. My theory is that the current Cryo Archon isn't the same one as 500 years ago. Haven't gotten any proof for it or anything, though. Yeah, that's true. We don't know that. Both, I mean, at least Venti has referred to them as the same person. But Venti is weird in the way he words things. He doesn't know them like he used to. Like, he said something about how they've changed. Yeah. The ending just means the ending. It's the big scene at the end where all, yeah, exactly. The finale. The climax. You hadn't known them in like 2,000 years? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's see. Venti about the Tsaritsa. He talks about it towards. I'm gonna be careful to avoid anything. I'm literally just going to the wiki for the voice for like the script. No, that's not the one. That's not what I wanted. It's from the prologue. Let's see. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. I can't see it because I have another thing up hiding it at the moment. Not on purpose, just... I just want to see what he exactly says. Yeah, there's something. I don't want to waste everyone's time by taking too long to look for this. I'm just trying to look for it while being extremely careful at the same time. But I'll skip it for now. But yeah. We'll just end it there. Yeah. All I'm saying is that underneath the tree, before you leave, Venti mentions it. It's in my playthrough. He talks how he kind of like fell out of contact with them. So, yeah. Anyway, about divine predictions in Liyue.
Well, come to think of it, while Rex Lapis enjoys visiting his people in private, he only descends officially once every year. None of the other gods do this. Does Rex Lapis have any deeper intentions?
I have my guesses. You see, those annual divine predictions have already captured the hearts of the people of Liyue too much. Round and around, they analyze and scrutinize every single word, finding limitless hidden meanings within them. What do you think would happen to Liyue if such predictions were available every day?
Paimon gets it now. Paimon would be offering Rex Lapis's favorite snacks to him every day. If you could just get Mora straight from Morax's hands, who would ever need to do a day of honest work?
You made some logical leaps, but that's basically how it is.
Okay. My only thing here is that Paimon says none of the other gods do this. Does Rex Lapis have any deeper intentions? None of the other gods do this. And here's the other thing. I don't know if it popped up yet in my gameplay or if it happens in Act 3. Paimon mentions about being around for a while. Like, Paimon, like, she is, like, your travel guide and such. But I feel like it's her first time actually talking about knowing the world, other than just accompanying you and keeping you going on your mission. Right? Exactly, and no one has recognized Paimon. There, I can't remember the specific line, but there's at some point, I'm not sure, but I think Zhongli is talking to Aether about Inazuma and stuff, and Paimon says something weird like, "It wasn't like that last year," or something weird, or what? Or she talks about like, "I haven't been there in over a year," or something. Like she says something that a year has gone by since she has witnessed something. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's it, Mina. Thank you. Yeah, she's like, I remember Inazuma wasn't always closed, which freaked me out in the moment because I was like, you've been there? Excuse me? And this line here confirms stuff like that too. She knows enough about the other gods where Rex Lapis is the only one who does this rite of dissension thing. She knows enough. She's been around. And yet, no one knows what the hell she is or even questions her existence except like once or twice. It's happened once or twice. That's about it. Can she shapeshift? And if so, why be a floating toddler? That's the thing. That it's like there's so much weird stuff around Paimon that it makes her incredibly sus. That she's this other entity that's not revealed to us, and no one is asking about it. And she also claims to be like useless and powerless for the most part, where it's like Paimon has no powers. So I firmly believe she was this greater being that lost her powers somehow. And now she's like some like little baby form of her actual self. Something like that. Sure, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna find out more stuff. But I know that like they just within the game and story they keep mentioning weird things about Paimon. Which I'm not gonna reveal here. But yeah, man, I do my best. It's hard trying to come up with theories and explain them because it's always fun to theory craft and stuff, but people will always bring up other videos that other YouTubers have made in their theories and just like put them in my comment section and be like, well, it's because of this. And it's like, no, that's just another theory. We don't know if that's real or not. Sure, it could be, but I don't personally, as much as I want to watch some of these other Genshin like theory videos, I can't because I don't want their ideas in my head, you know? I need to come up with my own stuff. And if we end up going parallel with similar ideas, then sure, we're on the same wavelength, but I don't want to be influenced. You know what I mean? So I have to be careful when it comes to stuff like that. But a lot of people are like, oh, the Paimon said this, so that means that she's actually the 1,000 Winds. And it's like, that doesn't mean that. Not to me. Not yet. Not yet. So, anyway. Yeah, see, Ashikai is the one that I hear about all the time, and I love to watch their videos. But I can't. It's so weird. It's like the one content creator that's like on the top of my list when it comes to Genshin stuff that I want to watch, and I just won't do it right now. I just cannot bring myself to do it because it's going to influence me. And if I do that, then I just become a react channel. And that doesn't feel as good as being creative. In my opinion. For me, you know? No, I can't. I don't want to watch any of her content right now. I have to finish the game. I have to make my own videos. It's someone that I'd love to support, but just can't watch their stuff. Not for a really long time. Maybe one day when I'm caught up. Right. So, anyway, moving on. I'm gonna skip the Bennett stuff just because I haven't met him in game yet or in anything really. I don't want this to tell me about something that we know about Bennett when I realistically don't know anything about him. But I'll see about the idol. I feel like that's a Barbara thing.
Barbara's really popular, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, she is the idol of the people of Mondstadt.
Come to think of it, Paimon doesn't really know what an idol is.
It's an occupation in which one's work is to be cute, be well loved, and earn a boatload of mora.
Isn't that the same thing as being a mascot?
That's one way to put it.
So where's our money, Paimon? Dropping the ball. Oh, been around, travel guide, mascot. Where's our money? You have one job, Paimon. God damn it. Anyway, moving on. About being sisters.
Lisa and Amber feel a bit like sisters.
Huh? Why's that?
Amber often runs errands for Lisa. Older siblings asking their younger siblings to do things for them so that they can slack off is a rather common practice. But my sister and I are the same age, so we had to decide these things via rock, paper, scissors.
Whoa! So doesn't that make you my younger brother?
What do you mean?
Well, since Paimon floats, you're the only one who can run any errands.
Seriously?
That's funny. This is a joke, obviously. This is also a way of saying that Paimon is old. But I think we knew that. That's funny. You know, as an older sibling, as an older brother to a younger sister, this is only partially true. Because she doesn't listen to me half the time, so I still have to do it anyway, so it's just, yeah. My sister has 20 years on me? That's the difference, yeah. Every Monsai character says this backstory. What do you mean her grandpa disappeared? What? Grandpa was from Liyue? Oh, interesting. Ah, I see. Okay. Kaya's eye patch. Let's see how many more strays Kaya's gonna catch.
Paimon, have you ever seen what Kaya looks like under that eye patch?
Nope.
So, it would seem he never takes it off.
Actually, Paimon already knows why.
Oh?
He must be hiding some big secret.
Really? A secret?
See, Kaya heads out for assignments more than anyone else. So the skin under that eye patch has to be way lighter than the rest of him.
So, if he ever takes that eye patch off...
He'll definitely become the butt of everyone's jokes. Maybe he'll even get a weird nickname. Like, say, Pasty Eye.
Guess he didn't need to take it off to get a weird nickname.
Kaya slander. Woo. Oh man. Pasty eye. Yeah, and then the Paimon ugly nickname thing. God. I am curious though. If Kaya has one fan, I'm the only person alive. I think Kaya's all right. He's super sketchy, but I mean he's got his reasons. I also think I do think he tries to be too cool. I think he tries to be a lot cooler than he actually is. I don't know. That's just my feeling. What do I want to say about this? I am curious about underneath the eye patch though. If it's really just like a normal eye, or if there is, or if is it a wound, or is there an actual secret? You know, that might become a thing in the future. That would be cool if we learned in the future. If not, it's fine, but it would be cool if that led to something. So, yeah. Hello, Elise. About Kaya and Diluc. All right. Let's see.
Strange.
What's wrong?
Diluc and Kaya are really alike, so why don't they get along?
How are they alike again?
Well, Kaya's the kind of guy who acts shady in the light of day, while Diluc is a shining beacon of justice in the dark of night. Don't you think that's kinda the same thing?
I still don't see it.
Yeah, if if you lift his eye patch, you'll see a second eye patch. True. 100%. Let's see. About measuring fighting strength.
If one hilly churl could beat, say, 3 wild boars, then how many hilly churls would it take to reach the fighting prowess of Master Jean and Master Diluc?
Not sure. But if you heard the way everyone talks in Mondstadt, you'd know that Master Jean is the strongest.
I'd say that if Diluc strikes first, Master Jean wouldn't be able to counter.
Oh, she'd find a way.
There's no way.
Master Jean's elemental burst is really strong, you know.
Yes, but that field would also make Diluc stronger.
Paimon doesn't think Master Jean would even need her vision to take on Master Diluc because...
Diluc would only need a beginner's greatsword to... This is so dumb. They both fight for Mondstadt, so they wouldn't come to blows.
That's why Paimon likes your idea of measuring their fighting strength in number of hilly churls. Or, in Paimon's case, in fifths of a wild boar.
In fifths of a wild boar? That's way too complicated. Yeah, the cannon power scaling. So, in that case, Viridian, Diluc was named after the winery. Ah. Yeah, we need a Merkin measurement. We need to know, like, how many... But in terms of strength, before Jean and Diluc, how many football fields of power do they have compared to each other? Know what I mean? That's how we do it in America. Anyway, about Razor. I'm gonna do Razor. I'll do Klee, and then I might stop there. I mean, because I don't want to do some of these. I mean, I could skip around. I don't know. I might skip around a little bit. We'll see. But I'm gonna do Razor, Klee, and then we'll go from there. We'll see.
You know what a brush is, right?
Of course. Kinda like pens, but with animal hair at one end for calligraphy, right?
That's correct. They say that finely made brushes sell for high prices among Lille's merchants.
So, would you like to make some too?
Uh-huh. But wild wolves are too fierce, so we should use Razor's fur to make brushes instead. Razor's fur is all downy and soft. It'll definitely make great wolf fur brushes. We could make lots of more like this.
Brushes made like that would conduct electricity. I'm not sure we could use them. Besides, Razor isn't a wolf, nor are wolf fur brushes made from actual wolf's fur.
Huh? Why are they called wolf fur brushes then?
Well, does Cider Lake look like it's full of cider to you?
You have a point.
Yeah. It is full of cider. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. Okay. And Klee.
Klee's a really interesting kid. All the knights seem to like her a lot too. You could even say they spoil her.
I wonder who makes the better mascot, Paimon or Klee? Oh, wait, I forgot. Paimon's not a mascot. Paimon's emergency.
Hey! Paimon knows exactly what you're going to say. That joke stopped being funny a long time ago.
I agree. Anyway, let's see. There's the Wonder Maid, which is probably Noelle, but haven't technically met her in game. Same thing. Well, I've technically met Fischl at this point. We'll see. Let's listen about Fischl.
Fischl makes a very unique impression, doesn't she?
How so?
Well, she travels together with a talking raven for starters.
Well, I'm traveling with you. It's not all that different. Still, Oz can also translate for Fischl. You, on the other hand...
What? Paimon's way better than some bird.
How so?
Well, at least Paimon doesn't need wings to fly.
No, Oz is better. Paimon. The about language line? Sure. I can do that. Is it down here or did I skip it? About language. Okay. About Paimon species. This isn't going to be a real answer and I'm so sad, but we're going to do language first.
You learn new things so quickly. You've already got such a good grasp of Teyvat's language.
You're a good teacher, Paimon. Who knows? Maybe the quality of your nasty nicknames will improve someday.
I hate it. Yeah, no, I'm aware. People have told me in the comments over and over again that Paimon taught Aether how to speak. But I also think I don't think it's dumb that she taught him. I think it's dumb because people were like, that's what they were doing on the beach for so long, and that's stupid. You can go to a place and not know the language for proper shelter, and Paimon just would have translated everything and would have taught him over time regardless. Instead, they hung out on the beach for so long and then went exploring. Ridiculous. And it doesn't take days to travel from that spot to Mondstadt. It's less than a day. Because I did the math, and in one of my videos I actually straight up walked without sprinting, without using teleporters, from Mondstadt to a destination within Mondstadt, from Mondstadt City to a destination in Mondstadt that was much further away than that beach location. And it was all within the same day. During Venti's quest, actually. So that's the other thing. People say it was in Liyue. That's also ridiculous. Why wouldn't you just start the adventure in Liyue then? Right? Isn't that what that was? Yeah, I don't know. Every nation talking about the same. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just there's just last minute. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Ultimately, they're just excuses for it to make sense when ultimately they didn't have a plan in the beginning as far as how it started. And now they kind of like put stuff in after the fact. Retconned. It's like retcon stuff. Like, sure, that might be the case now. It wasn't in the beginning of the game. Not in a way where it made sense. So, that's just my opinion. It ultimately doesn't matter, and I'm not actually, and I know I'm talking very aggressively, but that's just how I explain things. I'm not actually mad about it. I'm just like, eh. Exactly. Honestly, who cares, right? The only reason I care is because I was getting shit for some of the observations I made in my video, being like, well, actually, and it's like, no, actually, you're not correct. And so when that happens, I have to say that, and that's just what that is. I don't like it when people act like they're correct when they're actually, in fact, not. That's the problem. Every nation taking in same language is probably a gameplay thing. Oh, 100% Emerald. Oh, we already know each place has a different alphabet. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a common language, and then there's each region's specific language, like, to their culture and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's probably how it works, I imagine. Which is cool. Paimon species.
What monster made the deepest impression on you?
Monsters, huh? Probably ruin guards.
Does a ruin guard really count as a monster? It's more like a machine.
Paimon thinks that you can call anything that causes us trouble and needs to be defeated a monster. Just like how we call anything that can be hunted prey.
Is that so? Well then, I think I'm finally able to classify you now, Paimon.
Huh? What do you mean?
You can be hooked and reeled in. Therefore, you're a fish.
Paimon's a fish. Mina, yes, I think that's how what they kind of mean as far as this goes. How English is taught in most places. Yeah. But Aether, haven't you heard there's no such thing as a fish? Don't you lie to me. Don't you be like that. I just learned how to go fishing in the game. Don't do this to me. Fish are real. Yeah. Anything else? Nope. Don't want to listen about Dory. I could go back. Let's see. I listened to Klee, right? Beidou, Ningguang. I'm not going to listen to Beidou because I technically haven't met her in-game yet, so I'll do Ningguang.
How does a person become as rich, no, as super rich as Lady Ningguang?
Is that the only impression she gives you? Riches?
Well, there's the huge jade chamber too. But isn't that also made of Mora?
Well, you need an excellent mind.
Well, Paimon's really good at giving people nicknames.
No, she's not.
You need to be very familiar with the workings of the markets.
A serving of fisherman's toast goes for 1,025 Mora.
This is where all our
No
money's going.
discounts, even on rainy days.
You also need to be willing to work really hard.
Okay then. So, how do you make friends with a really rich person?
Wait, you're giving up already?
Yeah. Yeah. The Eclipse Tribe one is sus. Alright. The Eclipse Tribe is one of the ones in that, it's that region with the different clans, right? This is like the mainly, the one with a lot of shamans, a lot of magical stuff. So we'll listen to this one.
The Eclipse Tribe. So the Hilly Churls have normal-sounding tribe names like these too.
The hilly churls of the Eclipse Tribe are really mysterious. All the hilly churls of that tribe can draw an eclipse symbol. But rumor has it that only the Dada Sama churl of the Eclipse Tribe knows why the eclipse symbol is so revered within their tribe.
An eclipse symbol.
Did you say something?
I was asking you what sort of soup you'd like to have tonight.
Can't stop thinking about food, huh? Seems like you'd be more at home in the Meaty Tribe than the Eclipse Tribe. But anyway, Paimon wants boar soup. Thanks!
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. I'm gonna save my thoughts to myself for now about this because it's just, I don't know. I'm not saying it's Hilichurl related, but I feel like Aether reacted in such a way, I don't know. Without giving too many details of what I'm thinking about, I feel like it's sibling connection related. Being, you know, day and night and all that stuff, and like I don't know, but that's just kind of where my head's going. But it could be other things too. It's symbolic. Yeah, Lumine, Moon, Aether, Sun, Aether, Lumine, Teba, Eclipse. Yeah, exactly. Right. So well, Viridian, yeah, that's what their names translate to. But if you look at their actual outfits, like one is day, one is night. Yeah. No, it is. Even in the my reaction to like the animation thing, there's all sorts of symbolism where they show shots of Aether at nighttime, Lumine during the daytime. Like there's so much symbolism with them being connected to the sun and moon, or night and day, dawn and dusk. And then it kind of like swaps at the end, which means paths are crossed. And if you think of the sun and moon crossing, eclipse, like there's symbolism there. There's all sorts of it. Yeah, I'm not going to go too deeply into it. I'm just saying that's where my mind went. I immediately thought of the siblings connection. And I know a lot of stuff about the Hilichurls that I shouldn't know at this point in time, because I went in overdrive mode trying to think about it, and I did, and things happened, and I was confirmed on a lot of things. Seelies.
Where do those treasure-chasing Seelie come from, I wonder?
Maybe they grow out of the ground. Or maybe they fall from trees. Well, Paimon doesn't know where they come from, but where there are Seelie, treasure's not far away.
Still, why do I feel a certain sadness every time they touch those treasures? No, it's probably just my imagination.
Well, if you don't want the treasure, Paimon can hang on to it for you, free of charge.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, we're going to move on from that because I don't know much about Seelies. I just have a general idea. But yeah. Let's listen to Chi-Chi being a zombie.
Do you think that Chi-Chi needs to drink blood?
That's not a zombie, Paimon. That's a vampire.
Then, will she transform during a full moon?
Werewolves, Paimon, not zombies.
Huh. As expected of a traveler, you really know a lot. So, what special things can zombies do?
Exercises?
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. So the ones that do exercises are zombies. Got it.
They're both dead. They're doomed. They're doomed. It's man. Yeah. Man. They're done. They're donezo. It's over. It's over for them. Okay, I'm gonna listen to one more. What's one more I could listen to before I end for today? What's a good one? Any recommendations from Aether? About someone unforgettable? Maybe? I'll listen to this one, and then if there are any recommendations, then I'll move on to that. But let's see.
Has anyone left a big impression on you during our recent travels? For Paimon, that's Sarah.
Timmy.
Huh? Why him?
His face comes to mind every time I've eaten a sweet madame recently. Really makes it hard to chow down.
Ooh! Wasn't Sweet Madame like Timmy's favorite food or something? Something like that? It's chicken? Right, it's the chicken dish. Oh, it's the chicken dish! Oh! Okay, I thought this was alluding to the whole Timmy's dad thing and him being sad and stuff. Okay, this is just the... Oh, wow. Okay, they went there with that. Okay, that's different. That's... Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he loves pigeons. And, those pigeons don't always make it out. Okay. I want to do about nightmares. And then maybe about adventure stories. And then I'll probably wrap up.
Have you ever had one of those super scary nightmares?
Yes.
I've dreamed of falling through endless darkness without a wind glider. I've also dreamed of my sister walking away from me while I'm unable to catch up to her no matter how fast I run. She tells me that I've come too late.
Oh. Yours are quite different from the ones that Paimon's had. Paimon's scariest dream was being eaten by a super giant slime.
Holy shit. Holy shit. If that's not... Okay. Alright. Yup. That's the game. That's the game, guys. This is the game right here. We're in a nightmare right now. This is the issue. We're gonna get eaten by a slime and die. That's the game. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Anyway, about adventure stories.
Paimon, have you ever read Vera's Melancholy before?
Ah, this
Well,
book.
It sure sounds familiar.
That book's pretty popular, and I've heard that the author made a tidy sum off of it.
Paimon would love to make lots and lots of more, It's decided then. Paimon will write an adventure story as well.
No, she won't.
A Tale of Adventure by Paimon?
Correct. It'll be a story in which the brave traveler defeats the dragon, saves the world, and then sits down with his reliable companion for 10 servings of sticky honey roast.
10?
Uh-huh. A happy ending attracts the readers after all. It's decided then. We'll call it Paimon's Happiness.
Wait, what?
That's the game. That's the game again, guys. Dragon. We're gonna fight a dragon again, and again and again, probably. Yeah, it's man. Listening to this audio, I think once again, pack it up, boys. Genshin is done. Roll credits. The only thing that we needed is for someone to say the title. Like, Aether would, wait, what? And then Paimon could have been like, yup, that's Genshin Impact. And then it just roll credits. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we needed right there. This is crazy. Okay. Well, I actually listened to some Ether voice lines. Never really done that before. This was fun. But I think that's all the time I have for right now, guys, because there are things I have to do today. I have to go upload this VOD to the VOD channel. I have to edit out the part for the Sigewinne reaction and put up on the main channel. I've got other things to work on, so I gotta call it. But this was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm aware. But yeah, that's that's it. I'm gonna end stream now. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you all had a fun time. And we'll try to do this again soon. When? Don't know. I don't have a schedule for this kind of thing. But just keep a lookout for the notifications and the channel if I throw up a video saying that I'm live. All that good stuff. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So take care, and until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later. Bye.